Hi, everyone. Good morning. One of the things I was thinking about this morning, and something that has really resonated with me over the last couple of weeks, are the two words self mastery. I mean, I've seen those words around in many different places, and it never really resonated with me until I reached that level within my consciousness. That's what happens. There's an awareness once we get to that frequency. And so to me, self mastery means the awareness of self, because when we are aware of ourselves, when we become aware of what energy is, we're able to understand thoughts and what humanistic emotion feeling is really about. Feeling through thought is the byproduct of being a human. It's the natural flow of how everything works. But really, if we take the humanistic, social conditioning, outside stuff away, feelings are really energetic pulls, guides. And so, because the human vessel is a conduit, we're beacons of energy. We're full of electricity and water and movement. And so we can generate this powerful energy within ourselves the higher we choose to vibrate. And so when we truly encompass, embrace, have the awareness of what self mastery is, that's when everything changes. That's when the door opens, the portal has been shown, and we have connected with our guides, and we understanding what raising the vibration means. It's that space that we get into between thought and reaction, right in the center, because that is when we pause. I feel like it's almost like in slow motion. There's like this pause, and there's this of energy that just comes by. And that brief moment is nanoseconds. So the human gets to choose how to react with what's being given in front of them. That's the mastery. That's the magic. It's about realizing our own energy, but really it's about getting past our own energy to be able to authentically see the energy of another. And so we do that by letting go of the attachment to things and people, and most importantly, our thoughts, because they change and swirl all day. We can't hold on to them. We have to let go. And so when we let go of that, we stop taking things and people and ourselves personally, and just realize that everyone has their own frequency. Everyone's vibrating at their own wavelength. And once we realize that, we then start to attract people and things of that same caliber, that same wavelength of frequency. And so everything else just becomes, it's just like you're in a different lane. When you get control of the vehicle and you know how to use the blinkers, that's self-mastery. Like seriously, like I'm really learning like not to take life personal, not to take life seriously, and then I can choose where to gauge my energy to draw in the things I want for myself. And that's happening. When we take care of ourselves, the universe sets everything in motion. Our guides are like, whoop, she's present, let's do this. It's like a mission, because we're in this life to live a happy, fulfilled one, not to live in one of chaos that the outside world shows us. And so now that I have, transcended, I let go of all of the chaos that I was living and doing in my life, creating, because we are the creators of our own energy. The outside world shows us, and then we can choose what to do with it. And so that's another aspect of self mastery, also, is to use life as a tool, not to become attached to it, because that's not what it's about. And so once we move the chaotic, stuff out of our lives, which all starts with thought, we don't have to do anything on the outside. All we have to do is think it. The subconscious mind is a mighty thing. And once we clear it out, get rid of all that karmic thought and all of that stuff, um, that's when it starts to work for us. That's when the magic occurs, that we start to attract the frequency that feels good rather than the one that doesn't. So the next time something triggers you to feel sad or angry and even happy, take a second to pause before you move forward within the reaction. Thought is a reaction, it's energy, emotion. Pause to see how it makes you feel. What I do is I go, okay, let me step outside of the box of myself to take a look at this from an outside perspective, as if I was giving someone else advice, because most of the time, humans love giving advice. We love to do it, but we don't take our own advice. So start doing that, and then it just becomes natural, because that's who we really are. We're not what the outside world tells us. We're what the inside world tells us. Because the inner world and the outer world are two separate things when you embrace self-mastery and learn to become one instead of fighting the outside world. I mean, let it do its thing. Change your world and watch how the outside world starts to revolve around you. I love you to the moon, family. Have a great day.